The Bunu and Ahafo Regions Stakeholder Dissemination Forum in Sunyani was to discuss the 2019 Ghana Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative (GATI) reports for the mining and oil and gas sectors. It also aimed at creating the required public awareness, generating interest and debate on the issues raised in the reports, and pave way for stakeholder engagement on the reports as required by the EITI standard. The National Coordinator for GATI, Alhaji Bashiru Abdul Razak, said the recommendations of the reports inform policy directions of the government.
Government has responded to some of the policy calls in the extractive sector through the policy recommendations that we have been outlining in the course of the production of this report. These discussions will put government on checks to be both financially responsible and accountable on the use of extractive sector revenues. We believe that it is only through this kind of sensitization and engagement among key stakeholders that the issues highlighted in the report will be disseminated.
Speaking to the media, policy analyst and co-chair of GATI, Dr. Steve Manteaw, said there is still more to do to optimize the benefits of natural resources extraction in Ghana.
Up until now, we've managed to ensure that citizens have access to information on how our vital natural resources, and I mean gold, oil and gas, are being managed. What we haven't quite managed to achieve is that critical transition we need to make from transparency to accountability. And what that will entail is we want to see citizens now beginning to use the EITI report, but also the PIAC reports to demand accountability from duty bearers. It may even involve going to court sometimes where it is revealed in this report that the Minister of Finance or whichever public office holders has blatantly flouted the law. We could go to court and seek a mandamus to compel the minister to do what he has to do.
He said discussions on issues and policies that affect the socio-economic well-being of citizens are lost by politicians in the interest of their political fortunes. He noted that until both the NPP and NDC members speak against the ills of government, the country cannot prosper.
Today, I dare say that our politicians are using divide and rule to control the rest of us. And so when there's an issue on the table that affects the socio-economic well-being of the ordinary citizen, rather than to look at it from the perspective of how we are affected, we begin to look at it from the perspective of how it affects, the issue affects the political fortunes of the parties we belong to. First and foremost, to recognize we are Ghanaians before we are party followers. And so when there's an issue on the table, let's look at it as Ghanaians. And the day we begin, both NDC followers and NPP followers begin to identify the problems and the challenges facing this country and actually point it out to the government, that will be the day we begin to see development in this country. But until we do this, and if we continue seeing things from political lenses, that this country is not going to make any headway in its development efforts.
Precious Semevo, Joy News, Sunyani.